Hello everyone, today I'm here to talk about the Legendary Scarlett and Brown by Jonathan Stroud. This is, as far as I am aware, and I have looked on his website, the last book in the Scarlett and Brown trilogy, which really made me sad because I have really enjoyed this trilogy. I absolutely devoured it. When I got the books, I just couldn't put them down. I literally sat and read the first one right here on this couch while I should have been doing homework and getting ready for finals for school. But oh well, it was just so good. I had to keep reading. And the reason I'm like really sad this is the last book is because I feel like there are some unanswered questions left at the end. But also, I just really love the characters and I want to go on more adventures with them. And I feel like there is so much more to explore beyond the world that we already know from the previous books. So that being said, it was still really, really good. There was one character who appeared who has been in a previous book, and I won't spoil it, but the whole time I was like, is this person on their side? Is this person not on their side? I can't decide. Are they trying to betray them? Are they trying to use them? Or are they actually being genuine and sincere? And once again, I won't give it away, but I really like what they did with this character and another character who's been in the books at the end. Like, I feel like it just came together really well. There was kind of a nod to something that might happen and like how it might happen earlier in the book. And then it did. So I was really glad. And that is one reason why I really like Jonathan Stroud. I feel like everything he puts in his book, every little detail is going to come back at some point and like all come together. And if you follow it, you'll be like, oh wait, I remember this back from earlier. I had the exact same thing when a character appeared towards the end. I was like, oh my gosh, I know who this character is because of one little detail mentioned earlier in the book. And so it was so great. That's why I just love his writing. Everything is with a purpose. It all comes together. Like I said, there are still some unanswered questions at the end, which is why I want more, because like I just love these characters so much and I want to see what would happen with them and more adventures. But as far as I know, this is the last book in the trilogy, so sad day. This book is about, as if you've watched the other two reviews, Scarlett and Brown. They're still doing their thing, but Scarlett is now trying to find her younger brother who may or may not still be alive. And Albert Brown is trying to find out where he comes from and kind of his backstory. And so I really enjoy that. There are still flashbacks throughout the book, which also, of course, love how these are written, where there's like the modern things happening and it flashes back so that we're kind of getting these stories lining up and then at the end they all come together. Really, really love how that carried throughout the whole series. And at the end, I like literally almost cried because of just like one scene that happened, which once again, I'm not going to give anything away for this book. I know that I do have spoilers in some of my reviews. This one will have no spoilers because I want you to go and read these books. But it was just so well written. I believe in all the relationships that these characters have. I believe how close they are. It was just very, very touching towards the end. And I highly, highly suggest reading Scarlett and Brown. It's such a great series. Jonathan Stroud is just a great writer. Read anything that he has written and it will be fantastic. I have not read a single book of his, and I have read 12 books by him, and they have all been totally awesome. So I'm definitely, once I finish reading a couple more books that I need to read because I've had them on my shelf for a while, I'm definitely going to go check out more of his standalone novels because I have only read series by him. I've read the Lockwood & Co. series, the Bartimaeus trilogy, it's like a quartet now or whatever it's called. There's 4 of them. There's like the original trilogy and then kind of a prequel novel. And then this one, the Scarlett and Brown series. So all fantastic. Only praise for Jonathan Stroud. He really, really is a great writer. I wish that more people knew about him and read his books because he deserves all that praise. It's fantastic. So go check out anything by Jonathan Stroud. Once again, this was the legendary Scarlett and Brown. And yeah, my question for today, which I had in my head, which I have just forgotten. Okay, I remember what it was. which I don't know if I already asked this for another one because I'm really, really bad at keeping track of these, but Albert has like a psychic power. So if you could have a single power in the world, what would it be? I feel like mine is pretty like generic, but I kind of have two that I always say. If it's something generic, it's I wish I could fly. I just think it would be amazing to be able to see the world from up above, and also then I wouldn't have to deal with traffic. I could just zip around everywhere. So my other one is that I wish I could speak every language ever known on Earth. Because then I would be able to travel to any country, I'd be able to speak with those people, I'd be able to see like any old document and be like, oh yeah, I know what this says. I'd be able to decipher things. I think knowing different languages really opens the world to you, to be honest. Even as someone who speaks English, which is obviously like a highly spoken language throughout the whole world, when you go and travel places, it's great to know that language, or even just a little bit of it to get around. But if you're like fluent, for example, I went to France once and I was in the catacombs, there were inscriptions in French. I don't read French. I have no idea what those inscriptions said. And it would have been really cool to know what they said. So, like I said, it just kind of like, it can open new worlds for you. It can have you have like a greater appreciation for cultures and places and people and things. So my non-generic superpower would be able to speak any language ever. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. This has been the Scarlett and Brown trilogy, and check it out. Go Jonathan Stroud. You're a great writer. And thank you guys so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, comment down below what would be, let's say, what would be your generic superpower and what would be your random non-generic superpower. And you all have a great day.